Hey, welcome back to Charlie and Mike Woodworks and Design. I'm James, and today on another episode of Don't Tell My Wife I'm Bored, we're going to make a Christmas tree collar box. Why? Because we're tired of tree skirts around here, and by golly, each tree is as unique and individual as the individual who is putting it together, right? So we need a collar box. Just like anything else in the world, like bell bottoms, no shower November, things reemerge and they pick back up. Collar boxes are no exception. I use fence pickets. They are 72 inches in length, 5.5 inches wide. I like the cedar ones. They kind of give it a little bit of a rustic, classy look. They're 5/8 of an inch thick. And for the one of the 6 Christmas trees that I'm making this for, 6, it needs to be 14 inches tall from the floor to the bottom of the lowest limb. Okay. Our stand, 14 inches from point to point on 2 sides and 16 on 2 other sides. What I'm going to do is in here, we're going to make 3 of the sides, put those together with brad nails, just kind of butt them up together and use brad nails. And then we're going to make that 4th side, but we're not going to put that on until we're inside the house. That way I don't have to pick up the tree and put it inside. I'm lazy. It is what it is. So come along. Let's make this happen. Let's have a little fun, and let's Charlie Mike. All right, we got to make sure we're safe. So always make sure that you have your hearing, breathing, and eyesight protection. We're just going to knock off the fuzzies a little bit to kind of make them not look so rustic. But we're still going for a little rustic.
If you suffer from PTSD, depression, or anxiety, don't worry and think that you're alone. There's plenty of people out here, including myself, who suffer from these things. Seek some help and always remember that it's okay to have fun in life, because you know what? Life's too short for the BS. Measure once, measure twice, 3 times you're a carpenter.
We are going to use the handy dandy Craig 12,588. Actually, I think it's the 720 Pro. We are using pocket holes. So we are using the Craig 720 pocket hole Meister. All right, to drill the holes, we have our depth collar set on half of an inch. This sucker is just really, really phenomenal. Just line it up. Okay. Thank you, Craig, for making this and all the other pocket hole joinery stuff you've made. It's just really amazing. So I got my little line. Usually you'd want to make a line up here. It's a little bit easier to see. I can see down in there just fine. No problem. Looking for the line. Okay. Real simple, real easy. And there you go. What we will use in conjunction are these 1 inch, and there's a chart that tells you what size screws need to go into the specific pocket holes depending on the thickness of the material you're going into. Okay. Real simple, real easy. You can see I already put one together. You want to try to line them up best you can. Just something. And these are Harbor Freight clamps. Man, I tell you what, whoo, there's some good clamping stuff. Good clamps, I'll tell you. Before I had any money to buy clamps, like literally, this was one of my very first projects. I used 550 parachute rigging cord called 550 cord as clamps. I didn't have clamps. That's what I had. I had a drill. I borrowed a handsaw. I had some rope, and I went and got some wood screws and wood glue from Walmart. No, actually, I got that from Home Depot, and made my very first project for my wife, which we're going to recreate. I actually still have it. We've moved, and I brought it with me. So we'll recreate that one day. Really cool. Now, the great thing about Cedar, you could do a little shushuga bond on it if you wanted to. You could do all kinds of all sorts of stuff. Make sure that we can shore it up a little bit. I don't know why I say that. Shore it up. I'm in the Army. Go Army, beat Navy. So we are going to cinch it down just a little bit, just to kind of hold it. And we're going to pop some brads. Okay. Okay, go ahead, I guess. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So what happened? What had happened, folks? I accidentally cut this a little bit short. These long pieces. So what I had to do was this is the back side, so it's no big deal, but I had to cut notches so that the feet would stick out. But you won't see them. And that's how we do things around here. What do you think, Mrs. Charlie Mike? 2 thumbs up.
I like how it goes all the way to the bottom.
Yep. I agree. Cool deal. All right. What do we say at the very end, babe? Let's. Charlie Mike?
No. That's not what we say. We say, be good.
Okay. Or be good, and if you can't, or don't
Get caught.
Don't get caught. Merry Christmas, everybody. Charlie Mike.